I have a friend. She and I haven't been friends for very long, only a few months, but I very much believe in the idea of affinity, that two individuals can be drawn to each other just by their natures.
Refraction from 1 and 9 creating persistent inadvertent harmonies.
That's fascinating.
Every time I separate them, they just find their way back together.
No, I don't believe in a god or some other cosmic force bringing these two people together, but I think affinity as an aspect of nature is a very real thing. It's something I've been exploring in some of my writing, along with depression and anxiety. That brings me to my problems. 1, I can't be a good friend. 2, I can't have good relationships. Neither of these are true as absolutes, but I've convinced myself that they are. I've had many times in the past friends pull the plug or leave without a trace, and oftentimes I blame myself for this. I've convinced myself that if I care about a person, especially a woman, and more especially a woman that I like romantically, that I'll screw something up or I won't and the friendship will be over.
Annie, the same thing happens every time I meet someone or get close to someone. I mess it up. It's just easier if you're not real.
But I am real. You know me.
So I like this woman a lot. I consider her a good friend. We've never spoken about it directly, but I'm 95% certain she doesn't care for me romantically, and it's not something I feel comfortable at the moment questioning more than I already have. Anyway, time and again, this friend has shown she cares a lot about me, considers me important to her in whatever way that is. But my affection for her keeps grasping for more. I want to be special to her, and I am, just not in a romantic sense. And that should be fine, but I can't put it to rest. When I'm with her in person, I can set everything aside and enjoy her presence for what it is. But all other times, I can't stop myself from thinking of her and the question of what if. Couple that fear with the worry that I'll ruin every relationship I have, I exist constantly in this chaotic mess of thinking I have too little while worrying I'm asking for too much.
Don't you have any friends or family?
No. I'm lonely.
What is it that you want?
I want Sen.
Then there's the jealousy. She's a young, attractive, healthy woman looking for a romantic fulfillment the same as anyone else. And that reality on my worst days scares me. There are the frequent moments through the day when I get angry thinking I could be the one to fulfill her in that way. And I get frightened thinking if she does find that someone, I'll no longer be special to her in any way.
Now that is a challenge. That is a challenge.
This is dumb thinking. I know that. But that doesn't make the feelings any less real when they occur. A good friend should support her and want her to be as happy as I want to be. And I find myself worrying that I'm incapable of being a good friend because of my affection for her. So here's the part of the video that I'll get the most flack for, I think. On occasion, drinking alcohol helps me to stay calm when my anxiety peaks. Now, I will be the first person to say that no, you should not resort to alcohol as a solution or even a treatment to anxiety. I know myself and my limits, and I know what alcohol does to me. It's why I started drinking in the first place. Alcohol doesn't make me wild or crazy. It sedates me. It helps me get out of my own head. As an example, on a normal day, I'm deathly afraid of heights. When I'm drunk, I'm no longer afraid of heights. And when you think of a phobia as just a heightened state of anxiety about one particular thing, it makes sense that the effect of alcohol might transfer to my other anxieties as well, including social anxiety.
I love you.
At least you're having a worse day than me.
That said, I absolutely do not want to suggest that you should drink to address your problems with depression and anxiety. That's just fucking stupid, and 99% of the planet can't handle that shit. Some days it doesn't work for me either, it just makes me more emotional. So what's a healthy way to deal with all this shite? Let me tell you. For one, I think I have to remind myself that it's okay that I still have feelings for her. I'm only human. Well, mostly anyway. And liking her romantically, but being realistic about it, doesn't prevent me from being the good friend that she appreciates. Just like how I can love Tom York and copulate with the air he breathes, but be realistic about the fact that he's not the father of my 9 children. But motherfucker, I'll prove you're the father of the 10th one, goddammit. Also, this is important. I've been working on and need to get better at not taking things too seriously. Everything is foolish. Everything is a joke. Don't take me or any of my opinions too seriously. The whole point of this channel is to be fucking dumb as shite and to make people laugh or at least be entertained for a fucking hour and 30 minutes? What the fuck? I say all this because time and again I try to beat anxiety with logic and rationalization. That works maybe 2% of the time. Anxiety is almost always illogical, irrational, and fucking stupid. I can try to out-logic anxiety, but for the most part I can't because it exists in an entirely different dimension of reason. But laughing at and about it helps me realize how silly it is to be concerned and can be useful for bringing me back to reality when the fiction I've invented has carried me someplace else entirely. And it's important for me to remember that everything is fine. Everything is just fine. I joked about logic just now, but honestly, when I think things through logically, I need to remind myself that everything is alright. I remember legitimately freaking out back when Trump bombed Syria that Russia was going to retaliate and the dominoes would fall until we got World War III and all-out nuclear war. This was before I met my friend, whom I've been talking about this whole video. We're still here, clearly. And while it's not a totally baseless fear, I feel silly about how paralyzed with worry I let myself get. And I remember being incredibly lonely in this terror of mine, so much so that I reached out to a random friend that I just met and had her talk me down. It's a reminder to me now that anxiety isn't about any one girl. It's about me and always has been, and it's something I need to work through. And it's also a reminder that everything is fine. Everything is fine until it's not, and I'll deal with that when that time comes. But when I sit and think for just a moment to get out of my head and gain a new perspective, I can sometimes understand that everything is fine.
Annie, why are you here?
Because I'm your friend. And that's what friends do.
Okay.
I hope this helps someone. It's been therapeutic to write, and it's been an ongoing struggle that one doesn't ever really win. I'll try to make more of these videos of the same quality about real-life issues, depression, romance, etc., but regular scheduled programming shall resume shortly. I've been taking most of my time playing the shit out of Red Dead Redemption 2, with some Soul Calibur 6 on the side, but I'm working on a Bioshock video that should be coming soon enough. I've also been trying some stuff with online games because I've legitimately been having fun playing them, and I wanted to present it to you guys in a way that's entertaining to watch and sort of enjoy through with me. I can't do live streams, unfortunately, and I'm a pretty antisocial online gamer, so I don't, go into parties or group chats or anything, so it's just going to be me talking for a lot of it. But I hope I can get some, good moments and splice that together into something that's vaguely interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Oh, you are freaking incredible! Titan's good to go. Call it when ready.